Hi, my happy Stampin' with Janice friends. I did it again. Okay, so, hi, Stampin' with Janice friends. I'm always going to be that person who says what is routine. I'm trying to get the lighting just right. I don't know why it's dark over here. I have 3 lights shining on my table, and I still can't seem to get the lighting just right. That's all right. Just to give you a heads up, I'm still in my PJs. I'm one of those people who are lucky enough that they get to crawl out of their bed and get a cup of coffee and go into their quote-unquote workroom, which is also known as the craft room, and create. I have been a little late on posting a video. I took on a project that I was so excited about, and it's almost complete. But in my project, I was able to produce baby shower invitations and thank you cards. And I'm so excited. I've been posting the pictures on my Facebook Happy Stampin' with Janice page. And I will share the pictures, the completed copies of the pictures on Pinterest and all that good stuff. So I was preoccupied, and that's why I didn't get to work on this video, because, you know, having your own business, you get to do what you want. Having your own business, you get to dress the way you want. Having your own business, you don't have to worry about what other people think. You just do what you want to do, and I just couldn't be happier. All right, so the stamp set that I'm going to work with today is nothing better than out of the new annual catalog, and it comes coordinated with a set of dies called Love You More Than. The Love You More Than dies are just perfect. I had no issues whatsoever cutting them. Not that you do have issues, but one swipe through the die cut machine and I had perfect images, and they are so versatile that it's just really exciting to play with this set. All right, it's on page 91 of the annual catalog, and I'm going to show you some new techniques or unique techniques of things that I have created making these cards. All right, so I designed 2 cards that I'm going to do for you today. Here is the second one. Let me set this off to the side. I'm going to do some basic stamping and some blending of colors using the Stampin' Up Many Marvelous markers. They don't get talked about as much because we have the Stampin' Blends, which have alcohol in them, so the colors blend differently and richer and fuller. And it's really awesome with the Stampin' Blends, but I still love my Stampin' Up markers. I shared with them before that, you know, they're 2 tips. You have a brush tip and a thin line tip, and they're refillable. They come with the same coordinating inks as the ink pads, so as often as I can pull them out and use them, I do. All right, so this is the first card that I'm going to show you. I layered this. Each layer is 1/8 shorter than the previous layer, so we start with a full-size card, 5.5 by 4 1/4, and then it goes down 1/8 for each layer. Now, the card that I'm going to make is very similar to this. It's exactly similar to this, which is this one. I just saw a sample somebody had posted where they had done this effect, and I thought, what a great thing to show. I don't know if you can see this. I hope that you can see this on this one. It looks like the glass is wet and full. This one is fuller than those. And then on this one, the umbrella, it looks like it's wet. And I did the fruit because, you know, you got to emphasize the fruit being sparkly, clean, and wet. All right, so this is the first card that I'm going to make. Through the magic of television, I wanted to make this as fast as possible so that you wouldn't be holding on and waiting while I cut and while I did this and while I did this. So I did it all in advance. All right, so I'm going to work with the Coastal Cabana for the first set of words. I'm going to set this aside because we'll put it all together in just a minute. All right, so the first set of words. Now, One of the tricks that I wanted to show you is to take the markers onto your stamp and create your own color. All right, so I'm going to do the top of this in the Coastal Cabana, and then I'm going to do the bottom of this with this marker is the Pale Plum. Now, I don't know if Pale Plum is still a current ink because I have not replaced my markers because I feel like they're still good. Why replace them? All right, so you ink them up. You take the marker, you brush the color over it, and then you simply huff it once or twice to get the moisture from your breath to bring the ink out in the stamp. Push it down nice and flat, no rocking. 1, 2, 3, pull it up, perfect. So on one stamp impression, I had 2 different colors. Yay, love that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. This time I'm going to do this in the Melon Mambo. Don't know again if that's a current color or not, but I still have it, so I still use it. It's going to coordinate really nicely with the Perfect Plum. Okay. It actually has a reddish tint to it. That's interesting. But hey. All right. I'm going to set my stamps up here. Yes, I will go back when I'm done. I will clean them off, but I'm not going to waste your time while I do that. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to do, and I stamped it in 2 different colors. This one, I stamped the glasses, cocktail glasses, in gray. And then this one, I stamped them in brown, the Early Espresso. I'm going to do the Early Espresso on this one because I want you to see, because I think they stand out really, really well. All right, to ensure that I am stamping them straight, I'm going to use the back of one of my cards. Put it right up where I want it to be. I think that looks good. I think that card looks straight. Nope, that's not going to work. Got to come down a little bit. Okay, tap, tap again. Put my cup down to the close to the bottom of that. Tap, tap again. I'm going to do another cup. Put it down close to the bottom again. Tap, tap again. Put my cup close to the bottom again. All right, do you see how I used my card as kind of a ruler? Some people will take a pencil and they'll draw a line on it and all that other stuff. Well, I just wanted to make this easy. All right, so this is the fun part right here. This is the inside liquid. Now you can tell I've used this stamp because it's kind of got pink tone to it. You can tell I've used it, but I'm going to take this and I want to create different colors. So this one, let me see, I'm going to make this one a pink lemonade. So I'm going to put the pink on it. And then I'm going to put some yellow. Blend some yellow in there so it's blended a little bit. Huff it again. Line it up with your image because it's a clear stamp. You can see how it lines up. Yay, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right, I'm going to use my blender pen to blend them in together a little bit. I have the new blender pens. I got them. I just haven't pulled them out to play with them yet. Because like I say, I like what I have. I think that looks awesome. All right, so I am going to wipe this off because I'm going to change colors on my cocktail. I could make them all the same. I think I did on this one. Nope, did 2 different colors on that one. So I'm going to do, being a bartender, I'm trying to think of the drinks that I've served. I don't know if that's clean. Yes, it is. All right, and this is going to be a blue drink. I'm not going to say what the name of the blue drink is in real life, but it's a blue drink. All right, and then this one. My pen seems to have a little bit of fibers on it. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm going to try to pick them off because I don't want those fibers to mess up my image. I really love this stamped image because, look at that, I love that. All right, because it has the ice cubes already in it. I dropped my towel, please forgive me. Oh, I reached down and grabbed my towel. All right, I'm going to clean the stamp one more time. The next one I'm going to make is a Long Island iced tea. All right, set that back over there. So this one I want an orange or yellow on the top. Nope, wrong tip. Yellow on the top. And then I'm going to mix in. And this is chocolate chip on the bottom. All right. I'm looking at it at a different angle. Okay, so let me take the blender pen and blend that up a little bit so that they... Do you know what makes a Long Island iced tea look like iced tea? You put a little spritz of Coca-Cola in it. You get the brown from the Coca-Cola with the yellow of the sour mix and the 5 white liquors, and it makes it look like that a tea. All right, so let me do this. Got to go back. Got to have a beautiful fresh lemon. I'm only going to do the edges on that one. I'm sorry that I have not gotten computer savvy enough to be able to acknowledge those that might be watching me. One of these days I will. I'll get there, one thing at a time. All right, what is this? We're going to do this one. You're supposed to put a lemon in a Long Island iced tea. So let me come back and do that. I had to do a lime. And so I got pink lemonade, the blue Leap, and a Long Island iced tea. All right, so the very last thing we have to do is the umbrella. Now, what I'm doing on the umbrella is I'm just highlighting the trim or the bold lines that Stampin' Up! Has already built into the image. And then I'm going to take my blender pen again and blend those colors around. Blender pen seems to be really wet. I don't know why that is. Might be time to switch to a new one. Okay. Not as bright and perky as I would like it to be. All right, so what I'm showing you now is my favorite part. We used to sell a product called the Crystal Effects. I had played with it a lot, and then I put it down and forgot all about it. I saw somebody had done one in a sample, and I thought, oh yeah. Okay, so now we have a container called the Shimmering Crystal Effects. This one has slight sparkles in it. So let me squeeze some out. While I'm doing this, because it takes a couple seconds, let me give you some tips with this. First of all, have a straight pin in your craft area. Have a straight pin available to you, because what tends to happen is they glue bottles like this tend to clog up at the top and dry that way, and so it feels like the rest of your products are no longer there or worth or capable of using. But if you have a really good straight pin at your area, you can poke it in there, move it around a little bit, wiggle it a little bit, and you will loosen up that knot. Now, the first time you use it, you might have to watch your chemical that came out, the shimmering effects that comes out, because you might have a little clump in it, which I did on the first one that I just made. So I had to pick it out with my straight pin. So I didn't want that to remain in my design. So I took it out. This is going on so nice and smooth. It kind of helps blend the colors underneath as well, and gives the colors a liquidy flowing effect. All right, I love it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside It takes a few minutes. It doesn't say on the bottle, but it takes a few minutes for that to dry. So I'm going to set this aside with the other pieces that I've already cut to put it together, and we will put it together after I make my next card. All right, so the next card that we're going to make is this one. I'm not going to lie to you, it's not my original. I took the idea out of the catalog on page 91. It was there, and I didn't even comprehend all the words that were in that. But this Love You More Than is one single die piece. So you cut it all out, they fall out separately, and you can use them in any combination you want. You can put the words anywhere on the paper you want. So I was pretty excited when I looked at the picture and went, oh, I have those stamps too. All right, and so what I did with this one, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. These are cranberry cocktails with limes in the umbrellas. I did the cocktails word, which is a separate die, and cut that out in glitter paper in red. I thought that was so cute. But this is an example of how you can alter the ideas that are given to you in our catalog. So never hesitate to go back and look at that. That's why having old catalogs on hand are real handy, because it allows you to go to for information, for ideas. This card I made, I wanted to play with the cookies. So I stamped a bunch of the cookies, all in early espresso. I stamped 2 of the coffee cups. Now I cut the coffee cups out in the creamy caramel cardstock that I had stamped with the early espresso. I cut the words out in early espresso. Now this one, I cut it out on the foam layer paper. Not paper, foam. Let me see if I can get my fingers on that. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. All right, we've come out this year in the new catalog with these foam sheets. I think that's what it's called, foam adhesive sheets. You put your cardstock, pull the top layer up, you put your cardstock on top of it, you put your die on top of your cardstock, you run it through the die. It will run through, but it's kind of thick, so you're going to have to run it through a few times. But that's what I did with the coffee. I wanted it to look like a cookie sandwich, so I put a chocolate one down, the white foam, and then a chocolate one on top, and layered it on there. I pop dotted this coffee cup because I wanted it to stand up higher. On these cookies, I put some of the crystal effects so that the chocolate chip cookies were, you know, appetizing, enticing. So you're just like coffee and cookies, you make everything better. So I will fill that up on the inside and send that off. All right, so I decided with you, since I was going to create a different card altogether. So this is out of one of the Christmas Designer Series papers, and I keep all my scraps, if they're card size, half card, oh, I almost ruined that, didn't I? Half card size, note card, word size, I use my scraps. I luckily have a drawer in my furniture that I can put all my scraps to and then close it up when I'm not using them, so it's kind of hidden. All right, so I'm going to layer this one on the cinnamon cider, which is our new DSP. I'm taking a piece of the, or a new in color cardstock. We have DSP that goes with it. We have new markers. We have new ribbons, cardstock, everything with the cinnamon cider color. So I'm using that as the background. I took a piece of scrap that I just told you about that I found in my scrap drawer that was just about the right size. To coordinate this perfectly, I would probably use a garden green, but I had this available. So I'm making it my own by reusing my scraps. Also, you know, see the tear and tape? Can't live without my tear and tape. All right, I'm going to set this down towards the center. All right, this one. This heart was in the last was part of a DSP paper that was available in the last brochure, seasonal brochure for the Valentine's season. It came with the punches and the cardstock. The punch was the perfect size for that heart. So I cut out this one with that and this one with that. So having them on hand means that I never have shortages of ideas and things that I can use. And so, yay, I was happy to put 2 and 2 together and know that, oh, I already got that. Yay. All right, so let me do this. All right, remember what I say. If your tape goes over the edge, tuck it in. Can't go wrong, tucking it in. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. Now, let me see. I got the words. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I always do and pull out my rubber mat. I'm glad that I purchased some more silicone mats to have on hand, because to be honest with you, I lost one last week. I have no idea where, how, why, but the silicone mat that I had been using for a really long time just seemed to have disappeared. I have a feeling I washed it and then didn't put it away in the right spot, and it accidentally got thrown away. All right, so my tweezers, blotted on the glue, put it where I want. Now, using the liquid glue on a technique like this is really a good thing, because it allows you to ink it up, get it glued, and then place it and move it before it sets exactly where you want it. Now that glue will dry clear. You will not be able to see that, even though you can see it right now. All right, but that's all right. It will go away. Now, love you. More. Isn't that nice how that cut out so clean and crisp? And once again, I did that with a piece of scrap paper. Put this on here. All right, now I wanted to do something different with this. I really liked an image I saw where they layered them. I cut out 2 of them. And look at it, it looks like cherry chocolate, right? So should I put the light on the top or the dark? The red on the top or the brown on the top? I'm going to go the red on the bottom, only because I have red, so I want to mix it up a little bit on the color. So let me take this one. Now I'm going to offset it just a little bit, not a lot, so that my red shows, but it doesn't come out too wonky and crazy looking. All right, I like it. Love you more than chocolate. All right, so with these, I'm going to take my little pop dots. You know what? I'm going to go back to, I showed you these sheets, the foam adhesive sheets. I decided that I was going to also do it like this and cut out pieces the size that I want. So it's another form of foam tape that isn't just pop dots. All right, so I got this one. Stick him here. I got this one. I hope I'm all in the screen. There's nobody home but me. Blake went out with some buddies, and Casey is spending some time with a girl at a girlfriend's house, so I'm home all alone. So I don't have anybody to look at my video, look at my camera, and tell me if I'm doing everything right. So I'm just gonna hope it works out okay. All right, and just like that, a new card is finished. Handmade with love. Can't go wrong. I love it. All right. So let me come back to this one and see what our status is. almost dry. Look at that. All right, now these might be a little bit longer drying because they're thicker wet. So I'm going to do all the taping in a different, in a kind of a reverse order. I decided I wanted to pull out some of the yellow in that, so I'm going to put it all on a yellow background. All right, I hope everybody is doing well. I want to say to you, please, I hope that you take the time to go check out my blog, stampinwithjanice.com. I have some giveaways on there, and all you gotta do is check it out. I know that I'm not the only one who loves freebies, and I know that I'm just going to share what I love and love what I do, and you can too. But I've learned so much about the blog and the technical part of putting it all together, and it has been so much fun. I've had met some really amazing people who, you know how to do all this blogging stuff inside and out without any thought, and they've allowed me to tap them for resources. And so I'm having a lot of fun. Every day I'm posting something new, a new technique, a new sharing tool, all kinds of fun stuff. We have 6 more days until Stampin' Up publishes their Christmas catalog. And I tell you what, it's 6 more days till they publish it, but they're only publishing it to Stampin' Up demonstrators to be able to see it for 30 days. We will be able to do a catalog pre-order because we're Stampin' Up demonstrators. If you are interested in stamping and want to be able to take advantage of the early advances, it is a great time to sign up and purchase the kit. You will get, right off, standard kit is $125 worth of product for $99, and that's all taxes included. Right now, during the month of June, they're running a special that if you buy the kit, you will get an additional bundle tool set. A bundle tool set would be, say, a hole punch and a stamp set together. They range from $30 to $55, and you will get that free if you sign up to buy the kit during the month of June. When this deal is over, I don't know what if they're gonna offer anything else again later. So I just wanted to put that out there. I really could not imagine not having Stampin' Up in my life. Okay, so look, that is done. I want to be very careful. I'm going to come back with this because I realized I wanted to put the words on here, and I hadn't done that yet. If you would like to sign up as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'd love to have you on my team. You can go to stampinwithjanice.com and check out my blog, and there is a link there to the store. All the supplies that I use are in the store, and I will, of course, send you all kinds of bonus gifts and thank yous, and, share all my knowledge. Because that's just what we do. All right, I'm not going to tell you what this says until I put it on here. But one of the things I am going to do is I don't want color on this word right here. So I'm making sure with my finger I wipe it off. Then I'm also going back, huff it, and stamp it. Pushing it down hard because I want to make sure. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. All right, so on the top, says today's plan: consume alcohols. Consume cocktails. I'm such a verbal lexic. I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. And then you open it up and it says like, just kidding, have no idea, because adulting is really hard. I love this stamp set. All right, so this, when it is completely dry, will have the same effect as that, and that effect is created using the Shimmering Crystal Effects. All right, so that's my presentation for today. I will get better at making more presentations more on time. But, you know, life is happening, and I get to do what I do when I do. And I hope that I've inspired you to want to get your creation on, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Once again, Stampin' with Janice. I'm Janice Christensen. I'm out of Jacksonville, Florida. And if you want to come and play with me, or you want to ask me questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. All right. Hope that you have a great day, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye.